Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is I, the 38th favorite dad in the family community, Papa West, Jacob West, and I am here live for like the first time in a month. I think it hasn't been that long, but it's been a little bit for a special match. No, this is not an exhibition. This is a real deal match, but this is the inauguration match of TMG Sports. And the reason I am doing it live is because I don't feel like editing stuff. I'll probably later down the road, but right now I don't care. This way, everyone can see exactly how this is run, so you know if you want to compete or not. And again, if you do want to compete in TMG Sports, all you have to do is reach out to myself or one of these two fine gentlemen up above me. Speaking of which, let's get into these two fine gentlemen above me. First one is going to be this one, as I pretend to be a puppet. Kevin Haas. Kevin, how are you doing today?
Doing well. I hope I can, I feel like the studying that I put in for this is more like how I crammed back in the college days. I feel like if I teeter over too much, like information might just spill out. So I'm just gonna just stop talking and try to remember everything that I studied in the last hour.
Okay. And hopefully the stuff that you studied is the stuff that I am
Yes.
asking, because if not, you wasted that time for nothing. And the gentleman right here on this side, there we go. Sinister Alec Miller. Alec, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I also went my college way of studying, which was I didn't. So I don't know if that tells you anything about me, but I'm excited, man. Let's get to it.
Which means I am the only person in this room that actually prepared for this match, unlike I did in college. Actually, no, I prepared for stuff in college. I just waited until the day before and stayed up that entire night. I had a couple sleepless nights.
I can't even tell you
it was
any of
fun.
my professors' names in college.
Yeah, it was fun. But it's okay. We're not here to talk about the glory days of us in college. We are here for trivia, and not just any trivia, sports trivia, because we are one of the only fan leagues that has sports trivia. And so, without any further ado, let's get into it. So the way TMG trivia is going to work is every match, except for our championship match, because I haven't figured out how I'm doing that yet. Every match is going to be 4 rounds to a finish. Every competitor does get 4 repeats and a challenge to use whenever, however they want. I'm only going to get into the first round right now because I will get into the other rounds once we get there. So the way the first one is going to work, I'm going to ask both gentlemen 10 questions ranging in all categories of sports. They are going to see if they have the answer, thought of an answer, whatever they have. Write it on their whiteboards, pieces of paper, etch a sketch, whatever. I don't care, just as long as it is visible. If the competitors get all 10 questions right, I do have a bonus question that I will ask them. And that's it. Or no penalty for missing question, because I don't know how penalties would work yet, because you're both getting the same questions. Also no stealing, because you're getting the same questions. I don't know how that would work. But I just have to make sure y'all are aware. So without further ado, let's get into this. Starting off with question number 1, which comes in the category of the NFL. Who is the current head coach for the Denver Broncos? This gentleman played or coached Monday night, and you would have heard his name a lot. Let's see if they know the correct answer. I need answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going to Kevin.
No.
And Alec.
I don't think he is anymore, but I put Vance Joseph just in case.
Vance Joseph is no longer the head coach. He was at one point, I believe, but not anymore. The gentleman who I am wanting, this is his second season. It is Vic Fangio, which means there is no more stress. I have a perfect round. And that bonus question that I have, I can just shave it till next time.
That's right.
So going into Thank you. Going into question number 2 in the category of the NBA. Who currently has the record for the most career points in the NBA with a total of 38,387 points? I wonder if anyone ever claimed that he was a ball hog. Because if I was on the team, I probably would. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alec using his first repeat. In the category of the NBA, who currently has the record for the most career points in the NBA with a total of 38,387 points?
Can I just say I want someone to use an Etch-a-Sketch in the families one day?
Yeah, I know. Caleb is the closest one with the his what do you call that?
Magnet board.
Magic board. Yeah.
Yeah. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going with Alec.
I went Wilt Chamberlain.
And Kevin.
That's a good guess. I went Ray Allen.
Both good guesses. One a lot better than the other. Unfortunately, both incorrect. We were looking for Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the guy with the crazy name. That's hard to say.
Go with your gut. Go with your gut.
Yes. Question number 4 comes in the category of the NHL. What is the name of the trophy given to the NHL's most valuable player? And yes, I am looking for a specific name. The MVP trophy will not count. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Kevin.
Said the Wayne Gretzky MVP award.
And Alec.
I just went with the Gretzky trophy.
Ooh, named after the greatest player of all time, but unfortunately, it's not. That is incorrect. That would be a better name. It is the Hart Memorial Trophy.
Okay.
All right. Both gentlemen looking to get on the board. Let's see if they can get on here. Question number 5 comes in the category of the UFC, or the Ultimate Fighting Championship, which is Alec's strength. Ronda Rousey lost her first UFC fight at UFC 193. Who beat her? This is the public service announcement where I say every competitor will get 1 strength, and it will be used in all 3 rounds. NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL will always be in all 3 rounds. So if you want to use that as a strength, it's a waste. But you do you. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going with Alec.
The preacher's daughter, Holly Holm.
And Kevin.
Damn it. I put Holly Holm as well.
All right. Both gentlemen getting a point. And as I was saying that, I realized I missed a question. So with that, I have to go to that question that I skipped. Technically question number 3, but it's the 5th question on here. Comes in the category of the MLB. What MLB team currently plays at the Great American Ballpark? As I was saying, NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL will always be on the wheel. Most of the time in that order, in all three major rounds. Just so everyone is aware. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going with Kevin.
Cincinnati Reds.
And Alec.
I put Miami Marlins.
And Kevin taking the first lead of the game. It is the Cincinnati Reds. As we move on to question number 6, And the question that should actually be number 6, which comes in the category of the NCAA football, which is Kevin's strength. What is the name of the bowl game that is played at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, and normally pits the Big 12 runner-up against a member of the SEC? Bowl games, bowl season, one of the most exciting seasons in the entire year, in my opinion. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Alec.
Went Cotton Bowl.
And Kevin.
I also went Cotton Bowl.
The Cotton Bowl is correct. It was played at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas. Just recently, they moved it to Arlington.
Yes.
Question number 7 comes in the category of the Olympics. Where were the 2010 Winter Olympics held? The fun celebration every 2 years, and every 2 years they switch it off between summer and then winter. But I went this specific winter.
City and country?
Just the city is fine.
Okay.
If you want to give city and country, you can. If you want to give city, state, and country, you can. I will not fact check you on that one, but if you get the country wrong, I will fact check you on that one. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Kevin.
I said Moscow, Russia. I don't think that's right, though.
And Alec.
I don't even know if it's military, but I just put Ontario, Canada.
You were in the right country, Alec. I was looking for Vancouver, which, as I said, state, I realized Vancouver is in British Columbia.
Right.
Yeah.
So I would have fact-checked you, because that's where my mom was born, because I'm half Canadian, just so everyone knows, because everyone wanted to know that.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, shut your mouth. Just so you know, I would have scored like 8 points by now. I would have scored 8 points by now. But anyways, as we go on to question number 8, which is in the category of tennis, the Grand Slam in tennis refers to the 4 major tournaments. Name 2 of the 4 tournaments. One of these just happened not that long ago.
The one that
you can tell me,
got kicked out of?
Yeah, if you can tell me that one, you just have to name me one more. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Alec.
I don't even know if it's a tournament. I put Wimbledon and French Open.
And Kevin.
Wimbledon and the U.S. Open.
Both are correct. We would have accepted what y'all said of the U.S. Open, Wimbledon, and the French Open. The 4th is the Australian Open, which would have also been correct. Question number 9 comes in the category of golf. How many major championships has Jack Nicklaus won? I always get this gentleman and Jack Nicholson confused when I'm saying their names. So I did have to do a couple double checks to make sure that I asked about Jack Nicklaus and not Jack Nicholson. Because Jack Nicholson hasn't won any golf tournaments yet, that I'm aware. He's won several tournaments of my heart, but
he's got some rec league ones, I'm sure.
Yep. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kevin getting that repeat in time. How many major championships has Jack Nicklaus won? Spoiler alert, it's more than 2. Also, more than I would win. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going with Kevin.
I'm tangled in my cord. I said 18.
And Alec.
I just put 6.
Kevin, you are correct. It is in fact
Bam!
18.
That's what I'm talking about. Had 19 and changed it.
And that was your penultimate question. Your ultimate question comes in the category of NCAA basketball. And your question is, Virginia is the only number 1 seed to lose to a 16 seed in the March Madness tournament. What is the name of the school that beat them? I might have had Virginia winning the entire tournament in a couple of my brackets this year. That year.
Oh, Kelly said this year. I was like, there wasn't a tournament.
There wasn't one this year. No. Or this year, the one of this championship. But
When
this college, no, the one that I am asking this question about, where they lost in the first round. Yeah. So I'm still a little bit salty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going with Alec.
I went Loyola.
And Kevin.
Yeah, I vaguely remember the colors. I don't think this is right. The Wichita State.
Both colleges. Loyola Chicago was the Cinderella team that year, but did not play Virginia. The correct answer is the University of Maryland, Baltimore County, also known as UMBC. So with that, as we move on to round number 2, and the way round number 2 works is it is our wheel round. Everyone's favorite wheel, sponsored by thebeautifulwheeldecide.com. The categories are going to be, of course, the ones that are always there: NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, and then Alec's strength of UFC, Kevin's strength of NCAA football, and then the ones that I threw in there, tennis and MLS. The way round 2 works is each competitor is going to get a spin of the wheel. If you do not like the first spin, you do get 1 mulligan unless it lands on opponent's choice, in which you are stuck with whatever your opponent gives you. Each category has 5 questions, each worth 2 points apiece. If you do not know the answer, or you're not confident on the answer, or you just like having options, you can go to multiple choice, where I will give you 4 options, one of which I'm 99% sure is the correct answer. But if you go to multiple choice, the point drops from 2 points to 1 point. And if you get it wrong, your opponent does have the chance to steal. So please be wise in your answers here. So right now it is currently Kevin in the lead with 5, Alec right behind him with 3. Both gentlemen still have 3 repeats. Kevin, since you are in the lead, would you like to spin first or spin second?
I'm going to defer.
You're going to defer. So, Alec, are you ready for your spin?
Sure, let's do it.
Good, because it's already spun. And it lands on...
Come on.
Tennis. Very close to that opponent's choice. Would you like to spin that again? You want to spin it again?
Bro.
Yes, sir.
Thought you wanted that tennis category.
I tricked you.
Yeah.
Yes. And it lands on spinner's choice.
All
right. Very good spin. Alec, would you like to hear your options again, or do you know what you want?
No, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the UFC. Let's do it.
Alec going with the UFC. Let's see how that works. And I do want to say something real quick. We had talked about it during the actual announcement. Someone asked if they can use a strength of a specificity. So if they wanted to do 90s NFL as their strength, they can. We will allow that. The only thing is, if you do a specificity like that, NFL will still be on the wheel. So NFL will be there, and then 1990s NFL will be on there.
All right.
Unless you say, I want my strength of NFL, then there will only be one NFL.
It doesn't get put doubled.
So don't do
We're
it.
not going to double it for you.
Yeah.
How many questions are in this round again?
There are 5 questions.
All right, let's do it.
And if you get them all right for 2 points, you get a little point in my book, but that is it. So, Alec, you got spinner's choice. You're going with the UFC. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Question number 1. Who is the current welterweight champion in UFC?
It's the Nigerian Nightmare, Kamaru Usman.
Kamaru Usman is correct for 2 points.
I hate him.
Pronunciation, I don't care about because I can't pronounce it half the time.
All right, cool.
Your second question. Who did Weili Zhang beat at UFC 248 to retain the strawweight championship?
I'm going to say it the way it's spelled, and then I'll try the pronunciation. It's Joanna Jurjejic, but I guess they say Jonchechik or whatever. But yeah, it's Jurjejic.
Yes. I always say Joanna Jadevchek, but that is correct as well.
But also, it's a great fight. Check it out if you haven't. It's one of the best.
It's a really good fight. You will also, if you check out TMG's entertainment exhibition, all MMA and combat sports, where I took on Nico, we talked about this lady at one point.
It's great.
Yes. Question number 3. Who currently holds the record for longest championship reign, holding the middleweight championship for more than 2,400 days?
I'm going to take a guess and say Anderson Silva.
And that guess pays off. It is Anderson Silva for 2 big points. Question number 4. What is the name given to John Jones's elbow strikes?
Let me get a multiple choice for that one.
Your multiple choice options are A, 12 to 6 elbows, B, elbows, C, spear elbows, or D, spinning elbow.
I'm going to go elbows, B.
Elbows is correct. This just for 1 point, though. And your final question in the category of UFC, what UFC city was UFC 1 held?
I'll go multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Los Angeles, B, Denver, C, Seattle, or D, Phoenix.
I'm going to go Los Angeles.
Los Angeles is incorrect. Kevin, you do get the chance for a 1 point steal. I'm going to go ahead and repeat your question and options for you. What U.S. city was UFC 1 held? A, Los Angeles, B, Denver, C, Seattle, or D, Phoenix?
Phoenix, final answer.
Phoenix is incorrect. The correct answer is B, Denver.
Okay. Because I almost said Las Vegas without choices. So.
Well, yeah, I had Newark written down. So.
All right. So Alec had a very good round 2. Currently sees himself with a 10-5 lead. Kevin, it is now your chance to spin this wheel. Are you ready?
Yep. So.
And your spin is in the category of the MLB. Would you like to keep that or spin that again?
I'll take it.
You will take MLB. So with that, I will find MLB. All right. So, Kevin, your first question. Who has won the Cy Young Award a record-setting 7 times?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Randy Johnson, B, Roger Clemens, C, Steve Carlton, or D, Greg Maddux.
Steve Carlton.
Steve Carlton is incorrect. Alec, your chance for a 1-point steal. Again, I will reread your question and options. Who has won the Cy Young Award a record-setting 7 times? Is it A, Randy Johnson, B, Roger Clemens, C, Steve Carlton, or D, Greg Maddux?
Go D, Greg Maddux.
Greg Maddux is incorrect. The correct answer is Roger Clemens.
Damn it. All right.
Question number 2. Yankee legend Babe Ruth started his MLB career for what team?
Boston Red Sox.
The Boston Red Sox is correct for 2 points. And then they jokingly traded him away in the worst trade in MLB history. You will see that in a sports brawl against me and this guy.
I hate
where
you.
I won that point.
Yeah.
Question number 3. Which MLB team just moved into Globe Life Field this year?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, the Texas Rangers, B, the Seattle Mariners, C, the Atlanta Braves, or D, the Minnesota Twins.
I know it's not 2 of them. I will say B.
B, the Seattle Mariners is incorrect. Alec, your question and options. Which MLB team just moved into Globe Life Field this year? Is it A, the Texas Rangers, B, Seattle Mariners, C, Atlanta Braves, or D, Minnesota Twins?
The A Rangers?
The A Rangers is correct for a 1-point steal.
It looks just like Minute Maid. Which I don't know
I have
why
a
you
lot
want
of
to
friends.
Minute
Yeah. It has a train, so that's pretty. Or Minute Maid has a train.
Minute
Just like Minute Maid.
So,
with oranges, yeah.
yeah. All right. Question number 4. Who is the only team as of today to never play in a World Series?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Milwaukee Brewers, B, Colorado Rockies, C, San Diego Padres, or D, Seattle Mariners.
Seattle Mariners, final answer.
Seattle Mariners is correct for 1 point. As we get into your final question in your round 2, which is, who has the record for most career no-hitters?
I think I know this, but multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Sandy Koufax, B, Cy Young, C, Homer Bailey, or D, Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan.
Nolan Ryan is correct for 1 point. So with that, we move on to round number 3. Alec is still currently in the lead with 11 to Kevin's 9. And this is the fun round. The way round 3 works, I call it the championship round. I will say a championship. You get 5 questions. For every question will be me naming a championship. You need to write down who was the winner, who was the loser, and who was the MVP. For some of these, if they are a series, I want the series MVP, not the final game MVP. And then if I say a year, I want the championship that was played in that year. not the season that started in that year. My second question, we will have that. I'll explain it a little more once we get to that question. And then both competitors, I do need you to write down specifically team name, winner. I need to know which team you have as the winner, because if you say this team versus this team, but you don't give me winner or loser, even if they are the two correct teams, I cannot give it to you. Okay. So with that, question number 1 comes in the category of the NFL, and your championship is Super Bowl III. Who won it? Who lost it? And who was the MVP? Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going to Kevin.
Said winner Green Bay Packers, loser Baltimore Colts, MVP Bart Starr.
And Alec.
I just have winner Green Bay Packers.
All right, Kevin, you get 1 point. It was the New York Jets beating the Baltimore Colts, where Joe Namath was the MVP. Question number 2 in the category of the NBA is the 2002 NBA Finals. So this is for the NBA Finals that happened in the year 2002. The season started in 2001. But I need to know who won it, who lost it, and who was the series MVP. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat.
Alec using a repeat. 2002 NBA Finals. And I guess this is going more towards our friends at Nerd Entertainment Network. It's more of an extension instead of a repeat. But still. JB3, I see that you at least commented. I don't know if you're still watching it. I'm stealing it from you because it was a good idea. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going with Alec.
I went San Antonio Spurs, Boston Celtics, and MVP Tim Duncan.
And Kevin.
I tried to play it safe. I said the Lakers won and lost, and Kobe Bryant for the MVP.
Kevin gets 1 point. You did play it safe. It did pay off. The Lakers beat the New Jersey Nets. And it wasn't Bryant. It was Shaq.
Shaquille
O'Neal was the MVP.
All right.
All right. Yes. Question number 3 comes in the category of the MLB. 1996 World Series. Who won it? Who did they beat? And then who was the series MVP? JB3 telling me that I am all good, brother, as I pop it up. Thank you, JB3. Nothing but love from the Papa. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going with Kevin.
The Yankees win over the Braves. I don't know the MVP. I just put Mariano Rivera.
And Alec.
I went that route with New York Yankees. New York Yankees is a loser, but I didn't put an MVP.
All right. Alec gets 1 point. Kevin with 2. The Yankees did, in fact, beat the Braves.
Was it Ibanez?
John Wetteland,
No. Well, okay.
one of the starting pitchers.
Not even mad at him. Didn't even get that right.
Yes.
I was trying
It's okay.
I was trying to come up with Mariano Rivera, and I couldn't pull the name.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 4 comes in the category of the NHL. 2008 Stanley Cup. Who won it? Who lost it? And who was the series MVP? This is another one, I think, where it spans 2 years. But again, I don't care about when the season started. I just care that the Stanley Cup was played in the year 2008. I'm going to need answers in 5, 4, 3,
Repeat.
2. Kevin using his repeat. 2008 Stanley Cup. Who won it? Who lost it? And who was the MVP? Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going to Alec.
I put Washington Capitals. I didn't have a loser, and I put Alex Ovechkin.
And Kevin.
I said Penguins on both to play it safe, but I also said Ovechkin.
Okay. Ovechkin, who is not a Penguin.
I know.
But close. Kevin, you get 1 point for playing it safe. The Detroit Red Wings beat the Pittsburgh Penguins. Henrik Zetterberg was the finals MVP.
I wrote Pittsburgh Penguins as a loser.
And your 5th question comes in the category of FIFA World Cup. 2010 World Cup. Who won it? Who lost it? And who was the MVP? This is also who was the MVP of the game, who was not the MVP of the tournament. I don't care who won the Golden Boot. I just want to know who was awarded MVP in the final game. Answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Going with Kevin.
I have France beating Belgium, but I have no idea about a player.
And Alec.
But Spain, the Netherlands, and was it Iniesta?
So according to my documents, you have 2 correct. But I just realized while I was asking that question, my document is incorrect.
Yeah.
Because Spain did beat the Netherlands, and Iniesta was the MVP.
Man.
Yep.
3 big points.
I needed those, man. I really needed those.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm looking at, and I have Germany on here, and I'm like, they didn't beat Germany.
No. They beat Germany on the way.
Yes. I'm like, that's wrong. That was the Netherlands. I don't know why I messed that one up. Fun fact, you do have a challenge if you want to use it, because the question writers, we are human, we make mistakes, and don't always catch it right then and there.
I was torn between Iniesta and Xavi. I couldn't remember which one.
Yes. So with that, and this is another thing. His name is Andres Iniesta, but he goes by Iniesta. Most everyone calls him Iniesta. So if you ever just give me the last name of a player, we will accept that. Because sometimes,
do you mind if I go get another beer?
Go get another beer.
Thank you.
As he's doing that, I will go ahead and get the wheel. And Kevin, I don't normally do this, but I decided to spin it for you just to see what it would have landed on. And it would have landed on opponent's choice had you have not gone with the MLB. Now, you might be asking yourself, Jacob, why are you taking your wheel and changing it? As soon as Alec gets back, I will tell you.
Sorry, guys. I feel like, I feel like
a
big moment like this deserves a 3 beer match.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Can I get a score update now that Alec's back?
Yes. So as we move on to the final round, round number 4, after that amazing last question, Alec currently sees himself with the lead, 15-14.
I knew it was. Damn it! All right, we just keep.
Dude, thank you for that.
Yes.
I remember that World Cup watching the entire thing. So
Yes.
glued to my television in South Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
My dad spoiled that at church for family. So
Nice.
funny day. As we move on to round number 4, the way round number 4 works is it's our secondary wheel round. This is also the final round. Most of the time I ask people for 3 numbers, 1 through whatever number. That's not the way TMG Sports is going to work. The way TMG Sports is going to work, I don't care that it's not responding. Each competitor will get 3 questions. There are a 2-point question, 3-point question, and 5-point question. The way we decide what you get is I'm going to spin the wheel. Whatever it lands on is going to be your 2-point question. I'll spin it again for your 3, and I'll spin it again for your 5. So you have the chance of getting 3 different categories. But if you do not like what it lands on, do not worry. You get 1 free mulligan. But you can only use it once this entire round. So if you do not like what your 2-point question lands on, you decide to mulligan, and then you get down to your 5 and still don't like it, I'm sorry, you are stuck with that 5. So use it. Be smart about it.
And as long as it's not the same point value, categories can be repeated, right?
Yes. So for instance, if it lands on UFC for the 2-point question, Kevin gets it, misses it, whatever. Alec, when you get to it, if it lands on UFC, it is a free respin.
Okay.
Sorry, my son's teeth. I'm so sorry about that.
Okay, you're fine.
You're good, man.
Okay, so Alec, because you are currently at a 1-point lead, Kevin, you're going to spin the wheel first.
Good luck, man. This has been a killer match.
2-point question.
It really has.
Lands on the category of the NFL. Would you like to keep the NFL or spin it again?
No, I'll keep it.
You'll keep it. Your 2-point question in the NFL. How many teams are based in the state of Ohio?
Two.
That is correct. For 2 points and the lead, we of course are looking for the Cleveland Browns and Cincinnati Bengals. So with that, Alec, it is now your chance for your spin. For your 2-point question. And your spin lands on, as I drink my high quality H2O, Major League Soccer. Would you like to keep Major League Soccer or spin it again?
Let's keep it. I'm not trying to use my mulligan on the 2-pointer.
All right. Your 2-point question in the category of Major League Soccer. How many MLS teams are based in the state of California?
Three
is correct for another 2 big points. The correct answers are LA Galaxy, LAFC, and the San Jose Earthquakes.
All right.
So, Kevin, we're moving on to your 3-point question. Your first spin is in as it lands on the category of the NBA. Would you like to keep that or spin it again?
I'm going to keep it.
Keeping the NBA in your 3-point question. Before relocating to Memphis, what Canadian city did the Grizzlies play in?
Vancouver.
That is correct for 3 points.
Go back to those colors, Memphis.
Right.
All right, Kevin currently with 19, Alec with 17. Alec, your 3-point question comes in the category of, or at least your first spin, is in the category of Major League Baseball. Would you like to keep that or spin it again?
I'll keep it.
You will keep it. And your 3-point question. How many teams currently play in the state of Missouri?
Two
is correct. The Cardinals and the Royals both play in Missouri. There might be a couple of those. How many states do these many teams play in?
That's a great question.
Just so y'all are aware.
50 states.
Watching at home. There are 50 states and no telling where everyone plays at. So as we get into this amazing moment in sports, Kevin, it is currently the top of the 9th inning. You have a runner in scoring position. Do you like these little sports puns I am doing? Mm-hmm. Your 5-point question to send it to Alec. And your first spin is in the category of the NFL. Would you like to keep that or spin it again?
I'm going to keep it.
Keeping it for 5 big points to stay in the game. Who currently holds the record for most sacks in a game with 7? Answer in 5, 4, 3,
repeat.
2. Repeat. You have 1 left after this. In the category of NFL, who currently holds the record for most sacks in a game with 7? Answer in 5, 4, 3. Last repeat. Who currently holds the record for most sacks in a game with 7?
I'm going to go with my gut, Dick Butkus.
And your winner by a score of 20-19.
Good job,
Sinister Alec Miller. The correct answer is Derek Thomas.
Jeez.
Linebacker for the Chiefs, who had 7 sacks in a game. So with that, Kevin, I am going to kick you out real quick as we go with Alec. Alec, that was amazing. And I mean, it all comes down to that 3-point grab in the FIFA World Cup. Because that is, you can definitely tell that's where the momentum swung at. How are you feeling after that?
I'm gonna have to thank my dad, dude. We sat down and watched that entire World Cup. It's the very first World Cup I ever watched all the way through, and it came through for me in the end because, yeah, I was getting stomped in that championship round. I couldn't pull certain things, or I was erasing stuff, and this is awesome. I'm like, I'm like super pumped, man. Like, this is awesome.
Yes. I'm glad you have fond memories of that World Cup. I was, in fact, in all orange. I had an orange blanket tied around my neck because I wanted the Netherlands to win. And
All Spain,
literally,
baby,
like
let's go.
the 103rd minute, they get that score in overtime. It was a sad moment.
Wasn't it the Netherlands guy that got kicked in the chest?
I could not tell you
One of the guys got
everything
kicked in the
about it.
chest.
Yes. But as we are starting to blossom TMG Sports into a beautiful tree that we all want it to be, as we grow the league, is there anyone out there that you either know is on the roster, don't know is on the roster, someone you just want to call out? Is there anyone out there that you would like to take on?
I don't know if he's on the roster, but if he is, please, let's do it. I have never played Nico in anything. I probably played him once in wrestling trivia, but it was a triple threat. I want to go one-on-one with Nico, Suave, Regole, and see how it goes, man. But this is awesome. Can't wait to get this whole league started. This is a great way to start it, I think. And Kevin, you're the man, dude. Like, you scared the hell out of me this entire match. So this is awesome. Let's do it again.
Yes. So, Nico, the call out has been thrown out there, and it's not me. I'm not the one doing it. Alec.
Not the way you stop me in sports, bro. You're crazy.
Alec is I'm saying I'm not the one calling out Nico.
Oh.
Yes. He has a fun little rivalry with me. I don't know if you want to take it because I know your thoughts on sports or your knowledge of sports, and you just saw what Alec did. But if you want to, hit me up. I'll probably see if I can make it happen, Captain.
Let's do it.
But with that, Alec, I'm going to remove you and throw in Kevin. Kevin, you had a great match. Only lost by 1 point. Definitely a couple of those where just second guessing yourself ended up kicking you in the butt. But still, you had a great performance. How are you feeling after that?
Honestly, better than expected. You know, I didn't expect to put up 19 in the first match. I didn't really know what to expect. But that championship round, I knew that was coming, so I just kind of shored up on, you know, baseball and football, things that I knew would stick in my head or maybe pull back some old memories. But yeah, I've never been a big soccer fan, so I will have to invest some time in studying soccer.
Especially the World Cup. There's some good matches in that World Cup. But still, your likelihood of getting it in another match is not super, super, super high. So it might come back, it might not, but it's still always good to be well-rounded and everything. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Alec. Is there anyone currently on the roster, not yet on the roster, that you want to take on?
I mean, I'm obviously at 0-1. I don't really have. I won't have much of a choice probably, but I'll take anybody on at any time. You know, this was great fun, and Alec, you did an awesome job. I would love a rematch with Alec just to, you know, see if I can square the series with us. But you know, down the road maybe. But I'm excited to get this league going.
Definitely. So with that, I'm gonna bring back Alec in here. As I say to everyone watching, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this. This is the inaugural TMG Sports match. So yes, this will be a thing for however long we say it's a thing. So if you watch this and are like, man, this is a lot of fun. I currently have like 9 people on the roster, and I will definitely accept as many as want to be on here. We will have a champion. We will have tournaments. We will have a lot of fun. So if you want to compete, reach out, hit me up. We will get you in. And then again, Kevin and Alec will also be admins with TMG Sports. They will be helping me out with everything. So you can get with them also if you don't want to get with me. Although I don't know why you don't want to get with me. I'm a pretty cool guy. But with that, I've been your 38th favorite dad in the family community, Papa West, Jacob West. That has been Kevin. That has been Alec. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe or don't. I don't care. I'm not your dad.